If you're preparing for an ITIL interview, you'll need to be ready to answer some tough questions. This video will help you with that by presenting the top 25 ITIL interview questions and their answers. 1. What does ITIL stand for and what is its primary purpose? ITIL, an acronym for Information Technology Infrastructure Library, is a framework that guides the management and delivery of high-quality IT services. Its primary purpose is to align IT operations with business needs, enhance the efficiency of processes, and deliver value to its users and stakeholders. It is a best practice framework that aids organizations in all sectors in managing their IT services effectively, regardless of their size or industry. It also helps to standardize the selection, planning, delivery, and support of IT services to facilitate the achievement of business objectives. 2. Explain the difference between an incident and a problem in ITIL. An incident in ITIL refers to an unplanned interruption to an IT service or reduction in the quality of an IT service. It's something that is not part of overall activity and occurs unexpectedly. The goal of incident management process is to restore normal service operation as quickly as possible to minimize the impact on business operations. On the other hand, a problem in ITIL is defined as the cause of one or more incidents. It's often identified because of multiple incidents that exhibit common symptoms. Problem management's objective is to minimize the adverse impact of incidents and problems on the business that are caused by errors within the IT infrastructure, and to prevent recurrence of incidents related to these errors. In basic terms, the incident is the what, and the problem is the why. 3. What is the objective of change management in ITIL? Change management within ITIL has a primary goal of managing all changes in a controlled manner. It aims to minimize the impact of any related incidents upon service. It is responsible for managing changes to all configurational items, CIS, across the entire service lifecycle. This includes the careful recording and tracking of all changes, assessing the potential impacts, approving or rejecting changes, and managing and coordinating change implementation. A secondary purpose of change management is to ensure that all changes are recorded and evaluated and that approved changes are prioritized, planned, tested, implemented, documented, and reviewed in a controlled manner. Additionally, it ensures that all changes to CIS are recorded in the Configuration Management System, CMS, and that overall business risk is optimized. 4. Define Post-Implementation Review, PIR, and its importance. Post-Implementation Review, PIR, refers to the process of evaluating the effectiveness of a project after it has been completed and implemented. This review helps to determine whether the project objectives were met, and if the changes brought about by the project are functioning as expected. It also helps to identify lessons learned that can be used to improve future projects. The importance of PIR stems from its ability to provide valuable insights on project outcomes, which can be used to enhance the execution of future projects. It prevents the repetition of mistakes and promotes the reuse of successful strategies. The term post-implementation review, PIR, is used when referring to the evaluation process that takes place after the completion of a project. The main goal of PIR is to assess whether the project has fulfilled its objectives and if the results of the project are being utilized as planned. 5. How does a service catalog differ from a service portfolio? A service catalog is essentially a subset of the service portfolio, functioning as an active catalog of services that are currently available to the customers, with detailed information on how they can be used and the terms involved. On the other hand, a service portfolio includes all the services managed by a service provider, inclusive of those in the pipeline, service pipeline, those that are active, service catalog, and those that have been retired services. Hence, the service portfolio gives a complete overview of all the services managed by the service provider, while the service catalog lists only the active ones that customers can avail. On the other hand, a service portfolio is a complete set of services managed by a service provider. It includes 3 categories: service pipeline, services under development, service catalog, live services available for deployment, and retired services, services that are no longer available. The service portfolio is used by the service provider to manage the entire lifecycle of all services. 6. What is a Change Advisory Board, CAB, and what is its role? The Change Advisory Board, CAB, is a vital element in ITIL's change management process. Composed of IT professionals, stakeholders, and subject matter experts, the CAB is responsible for assessing, prioritizing, and authorizing changes to the IT environment. The primary role of CAB is to minimize the business impact and risk associated with changes. It ensures that each change is evaluated for potential impacts, benefits, and risks, and that only approved changes are implemented. This group also provides advice and guidance on proposed changes, helping to ensure that organizations can successfully manage and control change in the most efficient and effective way possible. 7. Explain the concept of a freeze period in ITIL. A freeze period in ITIL refers to a particular time frame during which no changes are allowed to be made to a specific IT environment. This concept is often utilized during critical business times, such as at the end of a financial period or during other significant operational periods. Its main purpose is to maintain the stability and integrity of an IT system when it is most needed. A freeze period can be seen as a defensive measure, designed to prevent any changes that could potentially disrupt the smooth running of the system or the business processes it supports. For instance, if an organization is preparing for a major product launch or event, it might implement a freeze period to ensure that the IT systems supporting these activities continue to function without interruption. In this way, the freeze period concept in ITIL plays a crucial role in managing risks and maintaining service continuity. 8. What are the 4 Ps required for effective service management in ITIL? The 4 Ps for effective service management in ITIL stand for people, processes, products, and partners. People. This refers to the human resources, their skills and competencies. It's about having the right people with the right skills and abilities to manage the services effectively. Processes. This is about having well-defined, efficient, and repeatable processes. The processes should be designed and implemented in such a way that they support the objectives of the service management. Products. This includes the technology, tools, and infrastructure needed to deliver and support the services. The products should be reliable, efficient, and capable of meeting the service requirements. Partners. This represents the relationships with external entities that are involved in the design, transition, delivery, or improvement of services. The partners should be chosen carefully and managed effectively to ensure they contribute positively to the service management. 9. Define the RACI model and its components. RACI is a model used in project management for assigning roles and responsibilities in an organized and clear way. The acronym stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. Responsible refers to the individual or team who executes the task. Accountable is the person who makes the final decision and approves the action. Consulted are those who are communicated with regarding the decision and tasks. They are often subject matter experts, providing valuable input. Informed are those who are kept up to date on progress and decisions, but they do not need to be consulted for their input. 10. What is financial management in IT services? Financial management in IT services refers to the process of understanding and managing costs and opportunities associated with IT services. This involves a series of activities such as budgeting, accounting, and charging, which aim to ensure that the organization is getting value for money from its IT investments. It helps in deciding the pricing of services and understanding the financial health of the IT department. The main goal of financial management in IT services is to provide cost-effective stewardship of the IT assets and resources used in providing IT services. Understanding the cost of delivering IT services is crucial for making decisions about how to allocate resources, manage budgets, and charge for services. For example, it can help identify areas where costs can be reduced without impacting service quality, or where investment in new technology can lead to long-term savings. Additionally, understanding the cost of IT services can help when negotiating with vendors or deciding between different service options. By effectively managing the financial aspects of IT services, organizations can ensure that they are maximizing the value of their IT investments. 11. Describe the Plan Do Check Act, PDCA, cycle and its phases. The Plan Do Check Act, PDCA, cycle, also known as the Deming cycle, is a continuous improvement model. This iterative process is used for the control and improvement of processes and products. It consists of 4 stages: plan, identify an opportunity for improvement and plan a change. Do, implement the change on a small scale as a test. 3. Overall, conclusion, moreover, furthermore. Point 3. Check. Use data to analyze the results of the change and determine whether it made a difference. Act. If the change is successful, implement it on a wider scale and continuously assess your results. If the change did not work, go through the cycle again with a different plan. The Plan Do Check Act, PDCA, cycle is a 4-step model for carrying out change. Firstly, in the planning phase, an idea is formed and evaluated. The next step is to test the idea on a small scale, in the do phase. 12. What is a back-out plan and when is it used? A back-out plan is a contingency strategy that is incorporated into IT service management, specifically in the change management process. This plan is activated if a change or update to an IT system or service is unsuccessful or results in unwanted consequences. In such instances, a back-out plan allows the IT service to be reverted back to its previous state or version, effectively backing out of the failed change. This ensures that service continuity can be maintained and potential damage from the change can be mitigated. The back-out plan is crucial in maintaining the stability and integrity of IT services during the implementation of changes. It is used whenever a change is scheduled to be rolled out, acting as a safety net in case of failure or unforeseen consequences. 13. Explain the 3 types of service level agreements. SLAs, service level agreements, SLAs, are critical components in the process of defining and managing services. There are 3 types of SLAs. Customer SLA. This type of SLA is an agreement with an individual customer group, covering all the services that they use. For example, The IT department of a company may have a customer SLA with the company's HR department. Service SLA, rather than an agreement with a single customer. A service SL overall is an agreement about the level of service for all customers of that service. For instance, an organization's email system might have a service SLA that applies to all users of that system. Multi-level SLA. This SLA structure is made up of different levels, each addressing different sets of customers for the same services. A multi-level SLA can have two sub-levels. Corporate level SLA covering all the generic service level requirements of the corporate customers, and customer level SLA covering all the specific service level requirements of a customer group. These different types of SLAs can be used in combination to meet the needs of different customer and service scenarios. 14. What is configuration management and why is it important? Configuration management in ITIL is a systematic process for managing changes to IT infrastructure. It ensures that there is a record of all the components in a system and their relationships to each other. This makes it easier to understand the impact of changes and aids in problem diagnosis. Configuration management plays a crucial role in maintaining system integrity over time. It helps in managing and controlling the IT services by maintaining information about the IT assets and configurations. This process ensures that only authorized and identified configurations are used in the service. It also provides visibility and control of a service's configurations and their dependencies, reducing the risk of unauthorized changes and errors. 15. Name some examples of knowledge management systems in ITIL. Knowledge management systems in ITIL include tools such as Service Knowledge Management System, SKMS, Configuration Management System, CMS, and the Known Error Database, KEDB. SKMS assists in the gathering, analyzing, storing, sharing, and use of knowledge, information, and experience. CMS supports the service lifecycle by providing precise, reliable, and up-to-date information about all the services and service assets within an organization. KEDB, on the other hand, is used to store all the known errors within an IT system. These tools work in harmony to provide valuable insights, promote efficiency, and reduce errors within an IT organization. 16. What type of information is stored in a configuration management database, CMDB? A configuration management database, CMDB, stores essential information about IT infrastructure. This includes details of significant components within the IT environment, classified as configuration items, CIS. CIS can be hardware, software, and services, and their details such as version, location, and status. The CMDB also holds information about the relationships and dependencies between these CIS. This can include which systems depend on each other, who uses them, and what software runs on what hardware. The CMDB therefore provides a holistic view of the IT environment, allowing for better decision-making, risk analysis, and impact assessment in change management. 17. Describe the primary function of incident management. Incident management's primary function is to restore normal service operation as quickly as possible and minimize the adverse impact on business operations, ensuring that the best possible levels of service quality and availability are maintained. In the IT Infrastructure Library, ITIL, framework, an incident is defined as an unplanned interruption to an IT service or reduction in the quality of an IT service. This process is also responsible for managing the lifecycle of all incidents. It is the day-to-day process that restores normal acceptable service with a minimal impact on business. The primary function of incident management within the ITIL framework is to restore regular service functions as swiftly as possible. Its main aim is to reduce any negative effect on business operations and maintain the highest possible levels of service quality and availability. An incident, according to ITIL, is an unexpected interruption or decrease in the quality of an IT service. This process also manages the lifecycle of all incidents and is a routine process that reinstates acceptable service with minimal business impact. 18. How does problem management differ from incident management? Problem management and incident management are both crucial facets of ITIL, but they serve distinct functions. While incident management focuses on resolving incidents to limit disruption to the user and restore normal service operation as quickly as possible, problem management is concerned with identifying and eliminating recurring incidents or those incidents causing significant impact. While both processes aim to improve service quality, problem management does so by preventing future incidents, reducing their number and impact, while incident management focuses on dealing with current incidents and restoring normal service as quickly as possible. 19. What are the key components of the Service Knowledge Management System, SKMS? The Service Knowledge Management System, SKMS, is an integral part of ITIL's framework. Its main components include the Configuration Management System, CMS, the Knowledge Management System, KMS, and the Data and Information Management Systems. The CMS manages essential components of a service and their relationships. The KMS, on the other hand, is for sharing information, ensuring staff have access to the knowledge they need when they need it. Lastly, the data and information management systems handle the collection, storage, and analysis of data. These systems work together to provide a comprehensive understanding of the IT services being managed. 20. Explain the concept of a known error in ITIL. A known error, as per ITIL's definition, refers to an issue that has been identified, recorded, and diagnosed within an IT service. It is a condition that is documented within the IT infrastructure, with a root cause and a workaround that's been identified. The Known Error Database, KEDB, is used to log these known errors, providing a record of previous incidents and problems for future reference. The primary aim of identifying and maintaining known errors is to reduce the time spent diagnosing problems and incidents by providing proven solutions and workarounds. This results in increased efficiency, productivity, and ultimately, customer satisfaction within an IT service management context. 21. What is the purpose of availability management in ITIL? The main objective of availability management is to provide a point of focus and management for all availability-related issues, relating to both services and resources. Availability management also ensures that new or changed services are designed appropriately to meet the agreed availability targets. The purpose of availability management in ITIL is to ensure that the level of service availability delivered in all services meets the agreed-upon expectations in a cost-effective manner. This process ensures that all IT infrastructures, processes, tools, roles, etc. are appropriate for the agreed level of service availability. It not only addresses reactive activities, but also proactive planning and actions to ensure system availability aligns with business needs. The primary goal is to minimize service downtime, thus improving the availability of services, which indirectly impacts business productivity and profitability. 22. Describe the difference between emergency changes and urgent changes. Emergency changes are implemented when a significant issue arises that requires immediate attention. These changes bypass typical ITIL change management processes due to their critical nature. For example, if a security breach occurs or a significant system failure happens, emergency changes are necessary to restore normal operations as soon as possible. However, these changes are often risky as they are done in haste and without the usual checks and balances. Urgent changes, on the other hand, are important but don't require immediate action like emergency changes. They are fast-tracked through the standard change management process but still adhere to the necessary checks to ensure they don't introduce new issues. For example, if a software bug is causing minor disruptions to service but could escalate if left unchecked, an urgent change may be implemented to fix the issue before it becomes more serious. 23. What is the role of a service desk in ITIL? The service desk in ITIL plays a critical role as the central point of contact between users and the IT organization. It provides support for everyday IT issues and ensures that the right person or team handles each service request or incident. The service desk also plays a key role in managing communication between the IT department and the business, keeping everyone informed about outages, planned maintenance, and changes. It often uses a ticketing system to track and manage all incoming requests. The service desk is responsible for ensuring user satisfaction and maintaining high service quality. 24. Explain the concept of a service pipeline in ITIL. A service pipeline in ITIL is essentially a term used to describe all the services that are currently in development or are yet to be released. It is a critical component of the service portfolio management, which includes three elements: the service pipeline, the service catalog, and retired services. The service pipeline provides a business view of possible future services, thus enabling better decision-making and strategic planning. It embraces the services that are under consideration or development, but are not yet available to customers. By mapping out these potential services, the organization can effectively manage demand, allocate resources, and prioritize service development based on the needs of the business. Remember, the service pipeline forms part of the wider service portfolio, which provides a complete overview of all services and their statuses within an organization. 25. What are the main objectives of capacity management in ITIL? The primary objectives of capacity management within ITIL are to ensure that the IT infrastructure has adequate capacity to meet the current and future business requirements in a cost-effective manner. It is responsible for ensuring that all the current and future capacity and performance aspects of the business requirements are provided cost-effectively. This involves understanding the business's future growth plans and ensuring that the IT capacity can support these plans. The capacity management process also ensures that resources are used in an efficient manner, and that the IT service provider has the right amount of capacity at the right time. In closing, we hope that this comprehensive guide on the top 25 ITIL interview questions and answers has been helpful in your preparation for any upcoming interviews in the ITIL field. By understanding these questions, you are a step closer to excelling in your interview. Remember, the key to success is a thorough understanding of the concepts and being able to articulate your thoughts clearly. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to hit the like button. For more such insightful content, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Best of luck with your preparation.